Inflation's on the decline, mortgage applications are up, things are finally looking good for the real estate market. I'm Caden Anini, and welcome to my first mortgage rate update I'm going to be posting to YouTube. Thank you for joining. Let's dive into what happened this last week, the week of 12/16, recording on a Friday. We're going to go over everything that happened this week, what's upcoming next week, and how it affected rates through the week. First off, we had the most important one. We had the CPI, the Consumer Price Index report, come out on Tuesday, and that came in at 0.1%. So it rose 0.1%, but it actually was lower than expected at the 0.3%. So that was great to see. The markets really enjoyed that. We saw a nice slight drop that day. And then year over year, based on that number in inflation, it is from 7.7% down to 7.1%. So that's what I mean. Inflation is on a decline, and it is great to see for the real estate market and mortgage rates. Next, on Wednesday, we had the Fed meeting. The Fed was expected to raise rates 0.5%, and they did for their Fed fund rate, putting the rates at about 4.25 to 4.5%. They came out and their target is going to be over 5%. So we have a few more rate hikes upcoming, but the good news about those hikes is they're going to reduce the amount of percentage, or the percentage rate that they will be increasing it by. Most likely looking at 0.25% increases starting on February 1st. The best part about this Fed meeting was Jerome Powell came out and acknowledged that inflation is actually starting to get under control. Based on that, we had a very flat day in the market, which is always good. As long as we're not raising rates, it is always a good day for the market. It was very important for him to come out and say that, so that investors felt like we were finally getting a hold of it, and then they weren't going to overcook the books like I have said in the past. And then, like I said, February 1st, we were going to be raising that Fed rate most likely by 0.25% until they finally hit that benchmark of around 5 to maybe even 5.5. But that's probably where they will settle. So we'll see a few more meetings. Not much else happened in the market. Very stagnant week in the market. Not much raise in rates or drop in rates, which is always good to see. But things to look out for next week. The big thing is going to be the personal consumer expenditure report. Another layer of inflation. And is actually expected to come in cooler than what even CPI came in at, mainly because it accounts for shelter, and I believe shelter was down. So that's going to show inflation being cooled as well. So really important to see that number come in to help with mortgage interest rates. I hope this is still providing value, bringing you up-to-date information on mortgage rates and where we're sitting. Please refer to my graph that I will share on mortgage week over week mortgage rates, and showing that it has remained somewhat stagnant. And let me know if there's anything I can ever do to help. And if you're on my YouTube channel for the first time, please hit that subscribe button and check out any other video that I've done so far. So have a great weekend. Let me know if you need anything. Take care.